Well, it's been a while. I've been kind of resting on my laurels after vid 300, and yeah, I've had stuff going on. I might have a waffle at the end of the video. We'll see how it goes. Hmm. But yeah, have you seen some of the new pitches for War for Fall of Siege of Marmite for Mines of Pines, um, do what diddy diddy dum diddy do of Cybertron, the new toy line, Siege for Cybertron, whatever it's called. I don't like the it's isn't it like Transformers Generation Siege for Cybertron something so ridiculous? Who cares? They've actually kind of annoyed me because Sideswipe, their Sideswipe figure, robot mode, superb, looks just G1, just absolutely fantastic. And then they've given it this wrong Cybertron vehicle mode because in about 3 years' time, if that much, they're just going to re-release it and actually modify it to actually look G1 in the vehicle mode. So you end up buying the figure twice. It's really annoyed me. Like Hound, a decent Hound figure, actual Hound, not that big fat bulkhead from the films. And no, they've given him some stupid Cybertronian vehicle mode. The Ultra Magnus, what's that all about? Ugh. But some of the other stuff, like the Micromasters and stuff, they look alright. I don't mind those. Kargan, the other thing. Not really my cup of tea, but fine. But they've also done Flywheels. You know Flywheels, the other Duocon. Two vehicles that's just going to make a robot, like these two. However, unlike these two, they don't have their own individual robot modes, which is uber lame. So I won't be picking those up. I'm pretty confident, unless I have more money than sense at that point. But whatever. So I think we should have a look at these two, shall we? We shall start with BattleSlash, for that is his name. I actually tried to review this, do this review Saturday morning, and the camera cut off halfway through. Well, not even halfway through, and I sort of rage quit for a day and a half. So let's have a look at this. This is BattleSlash. It is a very funky, squished down little heli chopper. Little blades and this sort of just off white kind of cream. Ooh, burpee, sorry. Quite like this colour. Yeah, I do genuinely quite like this colour, but yeah, whatever. It's got a big hole in the front. I assume everyone in the dog has got these figures by now, because my audience seemed to have them long before I even ordered them, because, someone's got them off the back of a lorry, clearly, but whatever. But it's a nice enough thing. The only thing is, because of the shape and stuff, it makes me think of like a side-scroller, like R-Type, that kind of thing, Or was it Contra or something, where you're going across the bottom of the screen? That's all this reminds me of. But, I'm old and I'm weird, so there we go. Now we shall have a look at RoadTrap. Now, RoadTrap, from there, is quite a nice car. A very Earth-style car. And you're like, oh, okay, fair enough, It's got the grille, the lights, the little, what's it called, tow cable or tow line, whatever you want to call it. Which is the name of a completely different Transformer. Okay. He looks really cool. And then, he goes all Back to the Future 2 on us, I'm looking for Mr. Fusion written on the top there. It just seems really lazy. It's like, well, why? Because that's really well done. That looks really good. And then just mess. And really gappy from the back. Bit of a letdown. Because again, I really liked this. And then, whatever. Size comparison. Power of the Primes. Let's just squish this all. Power of the Primes Beachcomber. So, he's that size. Yeah? They're about the same sort of size as old Beachcomber. And yes, I've just added, literally like maybe half an hour ago, I've just added a bit of blue on there. I'm hoping it dries a bit lighter and matches up a bit better, but we'll see what happens. I'm not making promises. Whatever. Now, should we do the transformation? Yeah, I suppose so. Right, you go there, and we shall start with this one. Because this is the awkward one, where the camera cut out last time. Yay! Yay! Right, so how do we do this again? Right. What we want to do is get hold of these two pieces here, and basically we need to wriggle, because there's these two pieces here, and only this side is pegged into this back section. Ah, no, that's what I knew there was something I wanted to do before I got to this. No. You know, because these are these Titans Return? Or are they Power of Prime? I'm pretty sure they're Titans Return. You get these guys. This is Liege Maximo, that's the one. You can attach these to these. You can. So we'll do this one first, so you get him into his little head mode. And see these little nubbins sticking off the top there? They go into... Oh, come on, guys. These little holes there, so you can... Wow, now he's got Liege Maximo powers. Isn't that awesome? But it gets worse. It honestly does. It gets worse. Because you can also attach him to BattleSlash with these two little nubbins. So you put him on there. And now he hits the rotor blades. Genius. I don't. Forget about it. Move on with your life. Forget about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, we need to get that peg out by moving this section here. So we're gonna get a hold of it and wriggle, 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 wriggle. Okay, went. There you go. And it's out. Huzzah! Just bring this closer and zoom properly. There we go. Right. Okay. Now we need to get this white panel up. This whole white panel, including the cockpit, comes up. Because these tabs on the inside here go into those slots and lock basically everything together. So we need to split this top section. The rotors are attached to this side. This side. Then we need to bring everything down on this hinge here. This entire black section folds out. I need to get to about there somewhere for now. And fold that all the way out and get to about there somewhere for now. Goody. Now we need to split this. And again, on big hinges in here, you need to rotate all of this all the way out. Actually, no, hang on, sorry. Getting ahead of myself. Before we do all that, you need to get this front section with the big hole and just bring it up to there. Now you can bring all this all the way around. There we go. And that side all the way around. And then they will move on these silver hinges, silver pin hinges. And you need to bring these around and push them together. Booyah! And then rotate this around and fold this little panel up. And what do you know? It's a leg. Yay! Rotate around, fold up, legs. Yay! Make sure that's still down. This is the complicated bit. This is where my video cut off last time. See that there? This separate middle piece? That's a hinge, which is attached to the ball joint, which this is clearly the arm. But we need to rotate that hinge all the way over. So we need to get it, bring it out to the side a bit, get this out of the way. Just fold it all the way. So this is now on the front rather than the back. See? On this piece it is on the back, we need it on the front. So we're going to rotate it around to the front. And we just straighten these out. Burn me, I'm accidentally messing with stuff at the back. Straighten these bits out, bring them down, and twist this so it's at the front of the arm. Rotate it down and twist so the hand is at the front of the arm. Woo! And close these to the back. Now before you put this panel up, which will lock these two pieces into place, you need to rotate this front panel, which again holds the arms, rotate this down and flip this back section here, which has the head. These two little nubbins at the back here go into the back of the slot where the mushroom cap is. So just line that up, that close, and then bring this back panel. That locks in, and everything is locked in place, and you now have him in robot mode. Woo! BattleSlash! And he's alright. He's got big thighs. He's got a big propeller sticking off the arm, but you know what? It's not that intrusive. The weird way is the ball joints there. They sort of bend the arms forward like that. It feels a bit weird, but it still kind of works, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, he's an alright little fella. Yeah, ball joint, nothing at the waist, ball joint, and there is a hinge to go inwards, but why would you? And the head's on a swivel. That's about it. The only slightly detracting point is that he's got some junk in the trunk, but so what? It's fine. Okay, you stay there. Woo! RoadTrap. Probably my favourite of the two. I just like the style of him. Just do. So transform him. First thing we do is we're going to get these wheel parts and fold them out. They're on hinges at the front here. Okay. Then we can get these side pieces, and they're on this hinge here. So you need to sort of wriggle them loose a bit and rotate them around. So get those loose about this hoose, and fold them around. Okay, now bits are trying to break themselves loose, but I don't want them to because I think it's neater the way I do it. So I'm kind of fighting with this at the minute. You know, when you do it, it might get a bit messier because I know what I'm doing and I'm doing it a bit more tidier. When I wriggle these windscreen bits loose, and then tilt the front of the car on these two hinges here. Can you see those? That one and that one. Rotate that so it's now forward, like this, and then flip the wheels in. And now because the arms aren't behind them, they don't stay like that, they go flush, which is good. Okay. And now we want to bring this section on these two hinges in here. In there, there's a couple of hinges. We need to straighten this bit up a bit and rotate this black piece all the way to the top, and might as well turn the head around. Woo! We're going to get this top piece and basically sort of swing it over the top. Again, it'll all want to split apart, but you can get it to stay together, and it will basically tab in once it gets up there. I'm not 100% sure where it does, but it does tab in. That's the body. Split the legs. RoadTrap in robot mode. And he is a very handsome fella. I mean, can we see this face? It's quite a generic face. It reminds me of Transformers Prime Rumble. But he's just a nice guy. And like I say, when you transform him, he will want to fall to bits. But with a little bit of effort, the way I did it, it makes him look more like an individual figure than just a component for something later on. And yeah, he looks quite nice. And all this stuff on the back of vehicle mode now suddenly makes sense. But I still don't like it in the vehicle mode, if that makes sense. Yeah, he's a nice little guy. And he does have knees. You know? Hip, knee. Not really so much in the way of ankle, but so what. Nice little guy. Okay. So that's these two in robot mode, and let's get his size comparison. Time to return Bumblebee. Because he just happened to be lying around. So they're about the same size. If anything, they're ever so slightly smaller, but they're about the same size. So you can go away. Yay! Now, obviously, that's not all this set can do because they are an updated and awesome version of the old Duocons. So, they combine. So, let's do it in the opposite order. Let's get RoadTrap into trousers mode. So we're going to bring the chest piece down again, which is a little easier said than done, but we'll do it. Come on. There we go. Chest bit down, put it back into place. So now he just looks utterly ridiculous. And then we're basically just folding the legs around onto the back and shoving them back into place. And that's him in trousers mode. Yay! I don't like transforming BattleSlash, he's just fiddly. I don't mind doing it, but explain it to you guys, it's a faff. Right, okay, so, yeah. We need to bring this main panel out, fold this front panel back down again, fold the head away, and fold it back up. We'll just get these up out of the way for now because they are the main awkward bit of this transformation. Just rotate these towards the back just to get them out of the way. So they're just out of the way now. And now we need to bring these legs back up. Now originally we'd have done that for towards the top for the helicopter mode, and we'd have rotated these around. We're not going to bother, we're going to leave them like this. So if we bring this down, there's a little notch in there, and there's the tab sticking out there. We're going to bring that around, tab it in, tab in, bring this up, tab that in, flip up this head, close this panel up, fold this panel back under, and that's basically the body mode done. However, you've got to deal with this lot. This lot, there's no good way of doing it. There's 100 different ways of doing it, and none of them really look good. So I'm just going to do the way I normally do, and you can argue about it if you like. I don't. There's no good way of doing this, basically. There's no real good way of doing it. So I'm basically returning them to how they were in helicopter mode. The easiest way of doing it. So get them like that, and just pick them back together, and just leave them like that. It kind of feels like it's bending a couple of bits slightly, but nothing major, and there's the giant gap. But the only other ways I've seen it done have this straight down the back, and then that interferes with the articulation, so I'm not a fan. And then you shove head into a big hole, and there is BattleTrap in robot mode. And he's kinda neat. Yeah. Still got a heli chopper blade on the back. Hands are a little inaccessible because of the heels for BattleSlash, but you can get weapons to fit in there. Legs, surprisingly, do still have a knee joint, although it's not as articulated. And the was knee now becomes a little bit of ankle. Waist swivel, which is the head. And yeah, he's alright. Let's have a look at this new head, shall we? It's alright. It kind of looks like RoadTrap's, but with like a helicopter pilot. Is it helicopter pilot? Doesn't sound like the right word. Helicopter pilot, like shades, you know, for the glare. So it is a nice combination of the two, the head. I do quite like that. Aviators. Is it aviators or is that pilots? Don't know. Well, aeroplane pilots. And yeah, he looks alright. He looks nice. He looks fun. Now the problem with this guy and the new flywheels, as each of these becomes its own robot. Flywheels does not. Flywheels is just plane that turns into a body, tank that turns into legs. But you can swap them. I don't know, I think they've been lazy with that one, but there we go. We need a size comparison. Oh, we'll just bring Bumblebee back. Thanks, return Bumblebee. So they've gone from a legend to a deluxe. No, we'll bring this thing in. Transformers Primey Robots in Disguise thing. Warrior class Bumblebee. So they're definitely deluxe Warrior class. Stop it. I do like this guy, but like I say, explain the transformation on screen is a little bit awkward, so that's... I probably sound a lot worse on this figure than I actually am, because it's quite a good figure. It's just trying to explain the transformation is just like, really? So yeah, that's the main review done. I suppose I should tell you a couple of other things I've been up to. Well, a couple of things. I've got a new job. I haven't started yet. I went for an interview on Thursday about 11 o'clock-ish. By about, 5 o'clock that day, I had an email offering me the job. I start on Tuesday. This is Sunday night. I start on Tuesday. It's nothing fancy. I think it's only till the end of December. Unless someone's tragically ill. So if anyone's got any ways to poison someone, make it look like an accident, let me know. Belucius, DMs please. Don't post it online. We want to have deniability. But yeah, I've got a job. It's nothing super fancy, but it should be quite chilled out. They seem really nice there, and I'll let you know how things go. I might get another review done before Tuesday, because now when you leave it for a while, it feels awkward going back. But I've broken that now because I'm doing a review. So yay! But yeah, I've done an interview. No, I did an interview. I've got a job. I didn't even think the interview went that well, you know. I don't know. Weird. So yeah, there you go. BattleTrap. Now officially the superior one of the two Duocons, because he's actually two Transformers. Not just one lame one. Oh yeah, what's the other one? Atlas or something like that. The big like Victory one. Was it Victory or something? They're really big. It's like a tank and a plane and all. It's a big cluster of nonsense. I saw that and I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. Yeah, let's have a look. It's Overlord again, isn't it? And so I was like, oh yeah, but it's really, like they've really worked hard and changed it. It's like, yeah, but it's Overlord again. How many figures do we want from that mold? Come on, guys. I'm just getting sick of molds being overused recently. That's my problem. Whatever, it's fine. I'm going to stop moaning. So I'm going to go away. I should be ugly. I should be wretched. And thank you for vid 301. See ya. Bye.